What up, world? We back, man. Build Your Brand podcast. Missed out on the episode last week, man, but I'm back. I got major content ready for the world coming up. Excited for the next 2 weeks, maybe even the next 3 weeks. So just being able to put in a little bit more work, get myself back together because messing with my guy that's coming on the show earlier, I lost my voice coaching hard and bringing the energy for him. So but we'll talk about that once he gets on the show too. But again, man, appreciate everybody that's been coming in, showing love, watching the show live, and or even just sharing things or watching it later, man. Salute to everybody that's been going crazy for me and helping me out and just helping build build the podcast and just build everything from training, pro movement, and just the Twitter brand also, man. So again, thank you to everybody just for helping me get to where I want to be and trying to get to where I want to be. So I appreciate that. But again, man, we got a major show coming. Got some great people, great friends of mine that I'm just glad that's taking out the time to be on the show with me. So we got Jared Christian out of Pro Movement. We got Coach Robert Allen, man, one of the best trainers in the state, really worldwide. So we got him coming in. And I got my guy Jamil Ride out of Burtmore coming in on the show too. So you know we're gonna bring it. No, my boy Jamil gonna bring the energy. No, Jared gonna bring it too, man. Like my boy always say, talk to me, Jay. I'm gonna get you up, man. We coming. But before we even get the first guest on, I wanna say shout out to Baylor. We had two Georgia boys on the Baylor team that brought it home for the national championship. So salute to those guys. A South Georgia kid and a city kid. So gotta love it. Gotta love how it goes because basketball is played all over Georgia, not just in the city. So big shout out to my guy Mitchell, man. He Liberty County, South Georgia kid, showing that they do play ball outside the city of Atlanta, man. So big ups to him. And big ups to everybody that just got the chance to play in the March Madness. We had a couple of guys on the show a couple of weeks ago, Mark Drez and Clarence Jackson, that got a chance to play in March Madness, man, and that's a blessing in itself. So I gotta appreciate that. So salute to all those Georgia guys that got the opportunity and that's playing. Before I even click Jared on, I want to make sure everybody knows that it's the Sweet 16 session for On the Radar. Make sure you guys take time out to check out some of the talent we have and the Atlanta Jam for hoop scene. So basketball is being played this weekend. Anybody need any more information, hit me up or check Twitter and check out some of the guys we got in the state. But overall, let me get my boy on the show, man. Pop him on here. What's happening?
You already know what you're doing, man. Talk to me, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Man, my God, what's happening, Jared?
Man, hey, we working. I'm no different than you and a lot of people in Georgia just trying to put out as much content on these kids, especially, during this pandemic, a lot of events, AAU showcase season. So it's a lot going on, but busiest time of the year, but probably the most fun time of the year, man. So what up, Coach Tat? I appreciate you for that favor earlier as well, man. So we good, man. We moving.
What up, Tat? Hey, Tat, you made it back. My guy Tat been on the road, man. He been doing chilling competitions, a lot of stuff with his family. So I just want to make sure he good and he back on road, man. Shout out to my guy Tat, bro.
100%.
So Jay, look, man, you know I'm gonna have some questions for you. I just want to say I'm excited to have you on the show and thank you for taking time out and coming in on the show. A lot of people don't know, like, man, Jared actually gave me an opportunity to work with his company. And I think I've been with him for like the last maybe 2-3 years now.
Yeah, probably say 2-3 years, man. And it's one of those things. I didn't give you anything. You working, and just like yourself and the other members of Pro Movement. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own strengths, and we all work in different avenues very well. So it's just coming together as a collective and making that force even stronger. So I didn't give you anything. You've been grinding way before that, so it was just an honor, working together and doing what we're doing.
Man, for real, bro. And for people that don't know, man, just let them know what pro movement is about.
Yeah, for sure. So pro movement is a we have multiple different facets of the business. The first one we have our national prospect placement program, where basically that side of the business is marketing student athletes, under the radar student athletes, to college coaches of all various levels. We've sent kids D1, D2, NAI, JUCO, USCAA, NCCAA, and if you know myself, Coach Juke, or anybody with pro, we're not one of those individuals that name chase. And we could talk about the kids we sent to this level of school, but more than anything, it's about getting these kids to a school where they can actually go enjoy their college experience. And have an impact on the court as well. Everyone's not all region, all state kid. They're not going to go to college, all of them, so to speak, and be, all conference, this and that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's about getting kids where they can minimize student debt or eliminate it. So by the time they're our age, they setting up their lives relatively well compared to playing catch up like, a lot of we know people are just from around
Yeah.
us that really never kind of got where they were supposed to, and it's because they didn't have any, guidance in terms of navigating this process the way they should. So, it's a lot of stuff we, learn over the years. But as far as that, we market those student athletes, and then the other side was, we do a lot of events. Throughout the year, we just came off of our boys one 2 weeks before that. It was the girls showcase. So once again, putting these student athletes in a situation where college coaches are there, but college coaches relevant to their level. I know a lot of times it's just D1, 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 but D2 scholarship money is the same color. JUCO scholarship money is the same color, So it's about getting kids where they would be, a priority prospect in high demand, and then go make an impact. So right now, those are kind of the two things that we're working on. And it takes consistency and, getting the right team around you. And there's no magic. It's just like you said, that work gonna show, and over time, you just keep going.
Man, you got to, and I know just from what you saying, like, man, it's a grind trying to, make sure we get kids opportunities.
Yeah,
But and when you see the end results of it, and you see you got 100% success rate in the last 2 years, then you understand that your work that we put together, or everybody's done together, is working. So, I mean, for me, like, the end results is always great, man. You gotta appreciate, everything that we've seen, everything that we've done. And a lot of people don't even know that because we don't talk about it. We just
yeah,
keep working, you
yeah.
know?
That's one of the things. We'll do what we have to do in terms of marketing and promoting the kids, but getting on Twitter and name dropping and this and that, and trying to get credit for this, and even when your name, no, man. At the end of the day, it's about the kids, and not a lot of people say that. But then adults try to be the first one jumping in conversations. No, I did this, and no, I say, hey, okay, 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 you
Yeah,
good,
it's tough. Hey, it's a tough crowd out there, but
good.
I'm gonna let it be known. Like, you already know, if I put a kid on underrated gyms,
Oh no, yeah,
I'm gonna let them know straight up.
yeah.
Like, look, I told you. And I mean, like, man, it's crazy because now, like, kids like Clarence, Mardrez, like, I was telling people about those kids, and people were just like, all right, and
No,
now they played in them damn March Madness. Like, they playing on TV, and I love seeing that, but I also love seeing kids that I've helped get their education.
bingo.
Like,
That's the most
that's what
important.
it's for.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the opportunity. So, like, for me,
Um,
that was great. And speaking of, like the camps, man, like, I didn't get a chance to go see to the girls, but like, just that experience this year, like, I loved it the first time I did it. But how was it the second time?
yeah, it was amazing. As well as the first one went, this one was probably two steps up. Got even more girls in there, got even more talented girls in there. Girls that are really, 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 really skilled, and obviously not so much like boys basketball athleticism, but it was a testament because a lot of the girls that come in, they don't have any sense of entitlement. You could have one of them that is a sophomore, already has a handful of D1 offers, and she'll be the one out there trying to learn the most. There's not too much Hollywood. in terms of, oh, I know everything because I have these type of accomplishments. And they were very receptive. A lot of college coaches on the wall, positive energy. And once again, that's not me. That's on the kids. That's on the coaches. That's on the other people involved. So it's just like, man, to see when you bring individuals together with a common goal, the parents want something, the kids are wanting something, the college coaches are wanting something, and you present in a certain fashion and come with positive energy, but literally energy, not going to, how many times have we gone to showcases and see kids kind of walking around looking too cool? The only time they want to play is when they got their ball in their hands, just trying to score. It's like, no, they were going head to head on offensive end, defensive end, and really just they were working. So it was quite amazing, and the girls had a great time, and we had a good time just watching them. And so just being a part of something like that after, like you said, our past doing what we're kind of doing is look at Tay say head to practice now.
Yeah, yeah.
Always something, man. It was really great. So yeah, I'm excited. You say down the road, what? Wow, yeah. So it was great, man. It was really good.
See Wasey. What's up, Wasey? See Wasey. What Wasey said. Talk to me.
Talk to me. You already know what we doing, man.
Hey man, shout out to Wasey, man. Like people don't really Wasey don't talk a lot, bro. So people don't really understand like just what Wasey does, man. And like a lot of stuff that Wasey says has been true. And I'm gonna put on record to say that he was the first person to really put everybody on Shariq Cooper, and now he's actually about to be in the
Yeah,
NBA draft.
yeah.
So shout out to Wasey, man. Keep them receipts, bro. Save them archives and keep the
Exactly.
receipts. We already know what's going on, Wasey.
No, y'all very similar. If y'all get on social media and do say something, it's just funny. 2, 3 years now, or even a couple months from whenever y'all said it, it just somehow it recirculates. You're like, oh my god, Juke did say that, or Kawasi did say that, and it's just like some people have that gift, and I got certain gifts. I ain't got those that y'all got, so you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Y'all keep going with that.
Hey, I mean, man, it just when you love the game, everybody learn from everybody. Like, bro, I probably done learned a lot from you in the last 2, 3 years, just not only for basketball, just in life in general. So, like, it's all love. Like I tell people, you'll think me and Jared been knowing each other for our whole life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
But it's a family thing, man. So I gotta love it, bro. But I will say this, like. I got the opportunity to coach the boys event. And being on the boys event, like I love coaching the girls. Like that was one part. I actually left there thinking, like, man, oh, I could coach the girls teams with
Yep.
somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yep.
just that atmosphere.
Yeah.
But seeing the boys event, man, and being able to see it from last year and this year, like you said, it gotten even better.
Yeah.
Better competition, better guys that wanted it, and bro, I've never lost my voice at your event, but
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one was different, bro. It was a lot of athletic guys there, lots of talent, and before we even talk about it, shout out to Bonafide too.
Shout
Shout
out to
out to that boy
Bonafide.
Bonafide, man. He
Yes.
actually made overtime with this video, but I just want to share the video that he made
All right, go
overtime
ahead.
with
Do that.
Florida
Go
Bro.
ahead. Go
So
ahead.
let's go. Let's see.
Let me see this again.
Hey, and you can hear me yelling from time to time on some of the videos too.
I heard on
Just
one of those dunks you ran out the gym. I heard
had to, had to, Jay.
it was ridiculous. Here we go. Here we go. This was Warren County.
Oh, let's
Warren County.
go. He was
Oh,
on my team too.
yep. Fannin County. Where we at? South Cobb.
That
Mm,
boy tough, man.
yeah.
That's on my team too. Let's go.
Warren County.
Stop playing with him. Don't play with him.
Home kid, Cass High School. That kid
Hey,
has
I've
a
been telling people about Braxton too, man. They sleeping on
4.0
Braxton.
GPA.
I can't wait to tell. Oh, that's a Cross Creek.
Yep.
Let's go, man.
We
He a
post.
sleeper too.
Yeah. I like this kid out of Cumberland Christian. Eli, yeah. Ooh, I think some offers about to fall from Braxton for Braxton
That's
though.
my guy. I like him too.
Hmm. Hmm.
Man, that's
God,
gotta love it, man. People don't even understand. Like
talk
they
to
don't
me, man.
understand,
Talk to
man.
me, man. Ooh.
They don't understand what we seen out there, bro. So like a lot of those kids will be seen like they gonna go to school somewhere. A couple of them. Lorenzo is only a junior,
Only
and I told Will, I said, Will, I promise y'all gonna know this kid's name before. And you remember, I was like, Jared, this kid's gonna be tough. When we
yeah.
used to watch his film.
No, you and see once again, you told me that what 7, 8 months ago, the first time you sent me the film.
Yeah.
So it's like, ah,
And I seen him and I coached against him. And like, man, and I hate to say it, kid dropped like had shot 8 threes. He made 8 threes against him live. So and he was a sophomore then. So like you when you see stuff like that, you know basketball, you kind of
you can
know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So like shout
yeah,
out to all the guys that came through, did the work, the 21, 22, 23s. And we actually had some 24s that came in and work, man. And again, like I probably talk about Cam every time I do a show, man. Every time because I just know how special Cam is.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
man, it's a lot, bro. And he's the third freshman to play for Garmin and start. Just so y'all know that. And Garmin has won like hell of a lot of states, region championships. So just
I
think
didn't know.
about that.
I
He's
didn't
only
know.
the third one.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, from that, but overall, bro, great event, man. Can't wait the next year, see it again. Gonna love it, and we're gonna keep working because we still got a lot more stuff coming up. So
Man.
I'll take that. But man, I stayed with some questions, facts, or whatever you want to call it. So I
Mm-hmm.
gotta ask. I have to ask you some questions, man.
Okay.
Coming out of high school, man, you were at one high school and transferred to Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in your senior year, you averaged. Let me make sure I have my calculations right.
Oh, you're going back. Okay.
Yeah, you averaged 14 points and 3.2 assists your
Mm-hmm.
senior year.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it ended somewhere around 14, 4-4 at Duluth. So shout out to my guy, Coach Hemingway, over there at Peach State Hoops. But yeah, man, that was 09, 09.
Okay, and during that time, before all of that, you were actually cut from your basketball team coming
Mm-hmm.
up, like during your high school career.
Yep. So it everything always works out. Like I say, especially once you put in the work. So my 10th grade year, I ended up getting cut from North Gwinnett, and my brother, my brother, he's 2 years older than me. He actually got cut the year before. He had a broken back. One of our friends in football hit him and broke his back. So he just lost, the whole year, his junior year, and he actually made it the senior year. So I got cut. He made the team. And then, our parents got divorced and it just worked out. I moved, my mom to some apartments in Duluth and I was able to get on the team there. And then, just work, work, work. Next year, started half the season on varsity and then kind of blew up senior year. I used blew up, but I wasn't one of the top players in the state or nothing like that. But I can get a bucket or two.
But you averaged 14 and 4. Like that's a lot, especially like getting cut. But you got guys that make the team and still don't do nothing they senior year. So it
Yeah,
was all, and like you said, it was all work. So
yeah.
let me ask you about the work. The work don't show. That's the
For
saying.
sure. Facts.
So those 5 a.m. workouts,
Hmm.
how tough were they?
Yeah, my dad was in the Marines and like, oh man, he was a little extra sometimes, but I believe to me, you got to be extra in the work ethic, in order if you want to separate yourself. So, he had me doing some Marine stuff, getting up at 5, putting the 30-pound weight vest. He'd be like, I would have to run my 3 miles. He'd be in the car behind me, beeping the horn if I went too slow. And back then, doing the sit-ups, 100 sit-ups with the 45-pound on your chest. And people look at me now, I'm up bigger now, but I was probably half this size in high school. So it was a whole bunch of stuff. And I'll just tell this story real quick. My senior year, we went to Norcross High School. This is back when Jeremy Lamb was on the team, and a lot of those guys. And he's a year younger than me, so they still had the older guys that went, high major D1 and all that stuff. So I was like, and I had a college coach in the stands coming to see me play. And I was like, okay, if I do good against these guys, I should get an offer. Man, I had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists through the first 3 quarters, didn't play the fourth. And we ended up getting beat by 40, 50 points. And I'm just sitting here.
Well, I thought you were going to tell me y'all won the game, bro.
I think it was like 93 to like maybe 43 or 50 or something like that. But that's what led me to, kind of start thinking about pro at that age, because the college coach came out the stands. I won't mention that coach's name, but it was like a low major D1 school. And, I only knew D1 at that time. And the coach was kind of looking at me and said, hey, hey, Jared, he comes down. But how someone's looking at you, but kind of looking for something behind you, like they're looking for someone else, kind of. And back then, after the games, everybody comes down to the main floor. So long story short, he said, hey, Jared, let me know where you end up. You had a hell of a game. Best of luck. Didn't even let me get a chance to respond. Pats me on the back like I'm his son or something like that. Goes across the room and offers a kid from Norcross that came off the bench, 6'6" kid, but had 8 points and 7 rebounds. And at that point, I'm sitting there like, and back then it wasn't Twitter or anything. Everyone's friends with different parents and stuff on Facebook. And I see the offer like 2-3 days later, someone sends it to them. I'm just like, this coach is just, so It was just a lot of stuff, stats and all that. All the times, that's not what gets you over the hump, even when you have big performances on big days. So that kind of started it.
Yeah, and we see that a lot. We see that a lot. We live it a lot. We live through it. And while we on here, shout out to Chase Ballard.
Oh yes,
another Juke gem. Shout out to Bryce. Plays with the Canes, Georgia Canes. So shout out to Chase on that deal, man. He was another Juke gem that we put on, underrated gems. A pro movement kid also. So
and you need to keep doing that and even turn it up even more, because those videos and all those posting stuff that you do, it's evident college coaches are seeing that, and that's something different to the game that how many people are doing, So Juke Gems, man, salute to that, and shoot, even turn it up another notch, because it's impactful for sure.
And I told him, I tweeted today that I had to do some more. I want to make sure I do them, bro. Like, we've been working, like.
It's a lot. I know it's a lot. It's a lot.
We gotta get the stuff for the camp. We've been doing the showcases and all, bro. So, like, me, I'm always willing to help everybody else before I even try to do something for myself. And that's just life in general.
Facts.
I'm not done yet, Jay. I'm not done.
Talk to me. What are we doing? Talk to me.
So, you actually played at Erskine too. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know if you played Erskine and transferred to North Georgia, or that's what it was.
Yep. So I went to Mercer freshman year, then Erskine sophomore year, and then North Georgia. So 3 schools in 3 years. And that's why a lot of this stuff that these kids go through, I've kind of been through it myself,
Right. Yeah.
So,
definitely.
I can kind of go through that. But I was actually thinking about, because Erskine didn't want to go the way I wanted to go. Always hurt. Surgery, this broke, that first day practice surgery, something else broke. So I was thinking about quitting, and I was like, yeah, Mom, I'm not trying to play anymore. This is just whatever, too political, whatever it may be. She I'm not gonna use her exact language, and if you know my mom, she ain't nothing but 5 foot, if that. And she said, you need to stop acting like a whatever. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. You tell me what you want to do. She called me back in 5 minutes. I was like, I don't know. Like, I still don't think I want to play. She's like, all right, well, you know, you like these two schools. And it was like Georgia College and State in North Georgia. She said, if you as good as you say you are, go make one of those teams. And then so she kind of put the spot on me and the pressure on me. So I was just like, so once again, had to start over with, you know, just the mental part. But that's what motivated me to really, all right, I really do believe I'm that nice, that good. And it was a challenge. So I went there and did that. And, you know, it was fun.
Man, hey, the people, I never knew everything. Like,
Mhm.
man, for some reason, I just thought that you just stayed at EC for a while. Like, I just thought that's where you stayed at. But actually, then I remember North Georgia, but I never knew about Mercy.
Yeah.
Never knew about Mercy. So
Yeah. That's a story for another day, right?
yeah, definitely, bro. But that's okay, man. That's okay. You know, I gotta say the best for last too. But I heard you love swimming. You think you're a fish?
Oh yeah, so now like I've had like 7, 8 surgeries on my knees at this point. So now what I've been doing the last year is just swimming, man. Swimming. I go to like different pools like LA Fitness and stuff like that. And usually in those type of pools, you see a lot of 55, 60, 60 year olds that in there looking like damn, you know, fish or whatnot, kind of just moving. So I'm not that good. I've gotten much better, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing more. Obviously swimming, but I'll probably even try something like boxing like that. They say those are like two great workouts that you know, not so much just pumping a whole bunch of weight and stuff like that.
I want to do the boxing, but I'm in the country right now, man. Ain't too many boxing classes. Ain't too many boxing class. You just gotta go out here and look at videos and learn how to box yourself. They ain't
Yeah,
in the country, man. You have to teach yourself how to play sport.
no, that's true. That's
For
true. That's
real.
true. I
That
got
real, that real deal.
I got a
And
punching bag, but I haven't even set it up, man. So just being lazy.
man, that's all right. It'll be okay. Like once you get that in, then I'm gonna be calling you. I'm like, Jared, what you doing? I'm like, man, I'm
Come on.
punching the bag, man. I'm punching the bag. I ain't even been to the gym, Juke. I've been punching the bag all week. I ain't even been swimming.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. So that's, you know, the older you get, you got to switch it up and find ways. Yeah, continue to be active and whatnot. So that's all we doing,
All right, so last one. Gotta say the best for last.
man.
So your nickname is Rooter. Rooter. It's Rooter, spell Rooter, but it's Rooter.
Oh Lord.
Rota.
Yeah.
Rooter. Oh,
And
you
I,
didn't think I was gonna catch some, did you? Man, I told you, I
yeah,
found stuff.
no,
I found it. I found it. I couldn't find nothing about Raw, bro. That's the only person I couldn't find nothing about, but I'm gonna get some soon. But they told me that your nickname was Rooter, but they say it's pronounced Rooter because country folks. I want
yeah,
to
like,
look it
yeah,
on.
yeah. My mom called me that. Grandma, all of them. My family's from like Albany, Georgia. So you know, South Georgia. And some reason as a kid, I don't know if it was because I was, you know, my feet went in this way when I used to walk, so I looked like a root. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, even my grandma still calls me that to this day. But I wouldn't have put that on, you know, live stream. But it's all good. Shout out
I'm
to
not
my
even
shout
gonna
out to
tell
Greg.
you where I got that from, man, but they gave it to me. They gave it to me. I can't even tell you where I got it from, man. I don't even.
Yeah,
I can't
two
put my
people.
sources out there.
Awesome. I ain't mad at you. Hey, this is your
Hey,
show. You got to do it how you got to do it, brother.
they told me, Jay. I asked questions and they told me, and I really like the one person I was waiting on somebody else to give me more information, but we didn't get a chance to talk. So,
Uh-huh.
but it's okay. They did give me that. It could have been worse, man, because
It could have been
I hit
worse.
your pops up, but I
Uh-oh.
kind of figured he been grinding, so I
Yeah.
know he gonna end. So I could tell you that it wasn't your pops, though. I could tell you that it
So
wasn't.
yeah, I got my two who I think it is. I got my two.
Hey, but overall, like Jay, man, is there anything like when we got the transfer portal, we got 21 still worried about where they going. Like, what can you like? What would you say to these kids that are looking for opportunities and some that might be waiting or some that might not even have anything going right now?
What I would say for the kids, kind of somewhere in those different scenarios would be obviously transfer portal and JUCO kids and D1 all that. That's always going to be priority because coaches going are wanting to win now. Um, And I get that. So what I would say to different parents, I had this conversation yesterday with a parent and a kid, is you're going to have to start looking outside of the certain programs you may be familiar with. Like, for instance, where our boy, Cortavian just got his offer from USC AA type school. You might need to start looking out the realm of schools that you are just comfortable with, because this year, especially for 2021s, it's just going to be tough. The nose are backed up, and a lot of those guys are coming back. So start, getting out there and doing some research on USC AA programs, NCC AA programs, maybe some D2 or D3 JUCO type programs. There's so many different levels out there that are high competition level and can still make financial sense. Don't limit yourself and stay stagnant, waiting on something from whether it's a D2 or ANI or one of the top JUCOs in the state, whatever. Like, those, you might end up waiting for those and waiting for those, and then look up and it's May and the coach never pulls the trigger, and now you feel like you've been left out to dry. So research some schools outside of those that you may be familiar with, and start going and really being aggressive and proactively seeking those, because a lot of those could be really, really good fits.
Yeah, say less. Hey, that's a gym, man. So anybody listening, or my boy put a gym out there for you, man. Jay, I appreciate you, bro. You know I ain't gonna hold you long, man. I'm glad you gave me some time. Um,
Always.
we're gonna always be family forever, man. Thank you again for the opportunity, and let's keep working, bro.
You know,
That work gonna show, man. And talk to me.
hey man, I appreciate having me on the podcast. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, the podcast, the Juke Gym, they're doing so much stuff, and a lot of times people don't know how much time this takes up. And like, people got outside lives and all types of stuff like that. So just know from your brother, I understand how much time that takes. So keep talking your talk, and keep putting in that work. And anytime you need me, hit the phone. I'm pulling up.
Man, say less, bro. Love it, bro.
Say less. Hey,
Got you. Hey, major salute to my bro, man. Gotta love everything. I call Jared Big Bro, but he really younger than me. He just a little bit. That's why I call him Big Bro, man. So shout out to Jared for everything, man. It's definitely love all the way from not only him but for the whole pro movement family. Hey, another one of my brothers, man. Y'all'll be surprised at exactly who I'm connected with and who just definitely show a lot of love. I got Rob, man. Coach Rob, what's good, bro?
My dog, what's happening?
Man, I don't know it, man. I got my boy. Hey, I finally got you on the show, man. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. I know you've been grinding, and I see you got. Hey, you must knew I was already a Georgia fan. You come in with the Georgia basketball shirt, bro.
Nah, man, just coming from the gym, bro. It just
Man,
I got every. If you want to be honest, man, I got air. Almost down the air school. So
I believe it. I believe that. I already believe that, bro. Anyway, man. Hey, and I figured you were coming. I really thought I was gonna catch you in the gym.
nah,
On so I'm
I gave you time today. So when you hit
man,
me in
I'm
the
with it.
morning,
I'm
you hit
with
me in
it,
the
bro.
morning. You like, hey, bro, I need you on the show. So I just came
Man,
from the gym, my dog.
man, look, bro. I just gotta let people know, like, I met Rob uh at a gym, man. He was putting in work. He was training some of the kids that I knew. And man, we've been locked in for the last 3-4 years now. So maybe 3-4 years now. And again, man, when you meet good people, great people, it seems like y'all been knowing each other forever. But Rob, man, just give people a little lowdown on who you are, bro.
Well, everybody know me and Coach Rob. Rod Allen from the great state of Alabama. I ain't a Georgia boy, but I got a rep where I'm from. Um, man, it's been a journey for me. Playing ball all of my life, coming from, where I come from, historic city, for civil rights, and being able to play Division I basketball. Had opportunity, to play pro basketball at one time, but coming to Atlanta, man, a kid from Alabama, moved here with my family at the time, just try to find, just try to work, man, just try to just try to make a life for myself. And man, God's been good. Just being able to see like where I am now. I if I would have told you today I'd be training guys, and doing the things I'm doing, I'll tell you, man, I don't know if that's true or not. So, it's just been a blessing, to be where I'm at right now, and I'm just continuing to keep grinding, man. Just like you said, we all got goals and aspirations. Still got them, so I'm where not where I want to be, but I thank God where I'm at right now. So
Man, big fat, bro. Big facts on that. I knew you were from Selma. Definitely big on the civil rights movement, man. And like coming out of that part of Alabama, man. How hard was it to like, bro? You went to Temple, so
yeah,
like how how major was that coming from where you come from?
well, from where I'm from, man, like a lot of people don't know, like we, back in the day, like Alabama churned out a lot of guys, in basketball. I come from a basketball family, so what we do was not around when we played. We didn't have trainings, we didn't have things of that nature. So I came up with some fam. My cousin, Doc Robinson, All American point guard at Auburn. Um, Probably one of, I think he is the only point guard that's been an All American at Auburn. You got, he had guys after him like Jared and Sharif and guys of that nature. But you when you walk in that gym, you'll see his name at the top of the Raptors as one of the All Americans. And then my other cousin, Kenny Allen, he was a Juke All American, played at Troy. So my dad played, my uncles played. So I come from a basketball family. So we had a lot of guys. Guy by the name of Dundee went to Utah State. Um, Man, it's just so many dudes we had, not even just from the Selma area, from the Montgomery area as well. That went to play high major basketball. So it was for me being my size, that was big enough. You know what I'm saying? So just for me and for my aspiration, that was big. So just it was a small town going to a big city like Philly, man. It was just a blessing.
Man, hey, and bro, like when people talk to you, they wouldn't know none of it. Like I've been knowing Rob for a while, and I just found out a couple months, not even a month, probably say like a year and a half ago, that
Mhm,
you actually went to
mhm.
Temple. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
right.
just the humble guy that you are, bro. Like people wouldn't even know. Like
Yeah, I'm a little different. When it comes to this stuff, like I don't too much care about that praise and things that people want. I mean, I don't. You know me, I don't even talk about it. So unless I think you DM, I think you text me, you're like, "Hey, I put up a picture with me and Coach Chang." You like, bro, I ain't know you played at Temple. Like, I just,
exactly.
I don't tell people my credentials, what I do. If you ask, I tell. But my mom and dad taught me to always be humble. That's
Humble pie is everything, bro.
that's
Humble pie is everything, man.
one thing. Yeah.
And, and that real, bro. Like, and speaking of like, just people don't really understand how hard it is for guards your size to make it to that level, bro. Like, I can think of you, and then if I think of you, I can go back to thinking like now it would be like a Sharif maybe, like a DJ. We see DJ, and I see like the kids in my area,
Uh-huh.
and even the kid at Georgia. Like he's another one,
Yeah,
the Wheeler kid.
yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I mean,
it's funny. So me and basketball, I also played baseball too. So I was a hell of a player in baseball. Somebody asked me this question yesterday. We was talking about sports. I was actually better in baseball. But I
it's
wanted
crazy.
the reason I still played them to my senior year. I had people looking at me for baseball as well, but I wanted to play basketball because everybody said I couldn't do it at my size. So it was more of a motivationary tactic, just to show everybody. All right, you don't believe me? I bet I'm gonna show you. So I came up with guys like Earl Boykins. Played at Eastern Washington. Of course, everybody know Muggsy. Um,
Yeah.
you got, man, boy, a kid that that was in my class. I'm out of the 2003 class with LeBron, Chris Paul, all those guys, right? It was a McDonald's All-American by the name of Drew Lavender. He ended up going to Oklahoma, and then he transferred to Xavier. So he was the same size I was. So I always looked at guys like Dana Barros, Stephon Marbury, Allen Iverson. I mean, like a lot of guys. So, I mean, I had to understand that it took extra for me to even get to where I wanted to go. So, that was the main thing because I was gonna show everybody. All right, bet I don't think I can do it. I'm gonna do it. So,
And bro, like being coached by Coach Cheney, man, just a legendary coach.
mhm,
Like, and most of the time when you get coached by a coach, bro, like a lot of stuff that he tells you stands out.
mhm.
Like being coached by Coach Cheney, bro. Like, what could one thing that you can take from him from just being around him that you take with you every day?
Ooh, boy, that's a good question. It's a lot, man. He cared for all of us, but I think the main thing was discipline. Um, those 5:30 practices in the morning, having to get up, when you tired, you gotta get there. He also cared for us. Like, when I first moved to Atlanta, he was the first person who told me, like I asked him, I told him I wanted to get into coaching. So I called him. Man, he hit. That's when Paul Hewitt was at Tech at the time. And he was like, man, go talk to Paul. Like, that's my guy. So go talk to him. And like Coach was like just that guy that, even though he chewed us out, like I think a lot of these kids can't take some of the butt chewings that we got, especially from him. Like I don't think, man, I got story for days of stuff he told us, but at the same time, he cared for us, like as young black men, like he cared for all of us. We had an open door policy, could come into the office to talk to him. I mean, it was just so much, bro. Like just keeping in the book with you. It was just so much that we saw and that we were able to, experience being with him. So it was a blessing, man. And God rest his soul. Now, R.I.P. Coach Chain.
Oh, definitely, bro. Big facts on that. Big facts. So, like coming out of just playing, like when you left college, did you play overseas or anywhere else?
So,
Or
so I got the opportunity to go to Germany like right after playing. And injury kicked in. I've had a torn hamstring, torn ACL, so it's been a journey. Like I didn't get hurt none in high school at all,
as we get older, bro,
and
as
I
you
got
get older,
I got to college, man, got hurt twice. All aspiration as a basketball player. Like mine was never to get to the league. Like of course I wanted to play there, but mine was to play Division I basketball and to eventually after everything was over, either I get into coaching, either I get into coaching. Like training wasn't even a thought. So I was like, I'm gonna get into coaching. So that was my main thing. So I always knew I was gonna stay in the game of basketball no matter what it expired. So, I tried and I worked at it and got tired of it. Just started playing, and then I had a family, so that
yeah,
kind
I
of
mentioned.
I had my first daughter. She's 13 now, so I know I'm getting old. And I just was like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here and take care of my daughter and whatever else happened, it happened. It is what it is.
I'll take that, bro. Like just just knowing like God works in mysterious ways, man.
Hmm.
So he got you like after that you just started training, right?
Bro, it's crazy story. Like I and if I told like just how I got into training, I used to back in the day. I wanted to give back to some kids.
Hmm.
So it was a team called the Cobb Purple Knights, right?
Hold on, Rob. Let me ask you this:
Okay.
did this have anything to do with Ricky Sherman?
Yes.
Okay, so I know I did have a fun fact somewhere in there
Okay.
before you said it. I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that I said it, but I did find something. So I
Yeah.
need to go
So
ahead, bro.
and this might I got somebody else. James Williams is at Voorhees with Coach Huff, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Coach James was the head coach. he was one of the directors of the. He was like one of the first people I met on the basketball scene in Georgia. Him and Damon over Team Dickinson. Them were like the first two people I ever met. So James coached his team called Purple Knights, and I had reached out. Like I hit the Celt. When I moved here, I already knew the AAU team because I played against them when I was young. So I hit the Stars, Stampede, Atlanta Celtic. Ain't nobody get back to me but the Cobb Purple Knights. So went over there, met. So they gave me like the 7th grade team. And man, just like you said, God working mysterious ways. The first time I coached them, guess who was the coach of the other team? They was called I forgot his team, but Jerome. Jerome we over tip out classic. Heat check. Jerome had the Heat check back in the day. So that was like the first team we ever played. And like I had a bunch of little kids, man. I ain't never seen 7th graders like 6'3", 6'5", whatever. So they ended up beating us real bad, right? So I had this little kid by the name of Ricky. He was pretty decent. And I remember after the season was over, because they used to watch me play at the gym. Sometimes they'll come to the gym, watch me hoop. He called me one night. He was like, "Hey man," he said, "Hey coach." He called. That's the reason I got the name Coach Rob. He hit me. He was like, "Hey Coach Rob, I need help." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Hey man, do you mind training me in basketball?" I laughed at him. I'm like, "Train you? What that mean? Like, what does training mean?" He was like, "Just teach me how to play. Like, play like you." I said, "All right, bet." He said, "My daddy said he'll pay you if you do it." I said, "What?" I said, "I can get paid to do this?" So he was like, "Yeah." So I just looked at it at that time, man, as some extra money on my check to help, provide for my baby, make sure mom straight, just make sure the family was straight. And I trained that kid for a year and a half, and I was in the gym with him every day. And I didn't even know, and people would notice because they would watch us just doing it. And we had goals every year. So he went from 9th grade, played varsity, 10th grade, started, 11th grade, started, and then every year he got better. So by the time he was in the 10th grade, man, I had my name started to get out there a little bit more. So, yep, that's how I started.
So like now since the beginning, like because you trained for a year and a half and didn't even get any other kids, right?
Nope. And
Crazy.
at that time, social media was just like Instagram was just starting. So I had it, but I mean, people might think just because I got an Instagram that I like it. I mean, it is what it is. Like I have to do it to promote, but if you go, like you'll see, I post like 7 days, 2 months later. Like I mean, I'm just not that person. But the person who made me get the Instagram was my barber, and he's like a famous barber, Dre the barber. And he was like, "Bro, you got to show your work." And I was like, "Bro, I don't want nobody to steal what I've been doing." He was like, "Bro, don't you think everybody can do a temp fade? Don't you think everybody can do this and that?" He said, if they gonna steal it, they gonna steal it. That means you're doing what you're doing. So, man, I had that kid for 1 year and a half, and then I met Chris Williams, that's over hoops giving, and Chris kind of I met him through Dre, and then Chris kind of helped me. Then I met James Kane with the Star, and then that's when it started kind of rolling. And then that's when I started to train KD Johnson, Davon, all those guys in the 8th grade. And then right after that, that's when I went with the Express. So it was like God just was leading me like to different places, different plateaus. So I got to touch a lot of people, and then of course everybody know me from training Ashton. So
Yeah.
that's how everything happened. So
And with that, bro, bro, like I seen Ashton play in high school. And he was different. I don't even know if you were training him then.
I
I can't
was
even. He was a senior. He was
I
a
actually was.
senior.
Yeah, I was. So
Okay.
um, you know, living in Dallas, Georgia. I don't think people really know, bro. I was living in Dallas, Georgia. You know where that's at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Driving to Covington in the mornings. We work out at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't think people don't understand the sacrifice that we guys make as trainers, bro. Like, I don't think they really do. You know, the time that we lose with our families, the things that we do to help kids. And when you do it the right way, because I know some people just do it for clout, but when you do it the right way and you actually care for people, man, like it's a lot of stuff that we do that goes unnoticed.
Mhm.
And you know, as we get older and older and we get to our goals, man, we're gonna appreciate it more. Like, bro, you remember when we did this? So yeah. So I worked with him, and you know, he ended up being number one point guard in the country and going to Kentucky where he wanted to go. So
Hey man, and that's real. Like, hey man, seeing Ashton Higgins play in high school was very big to me because I actually got to see him, and then
mhm.
Spank is actually from my neck of the
Yeah,
woods.
yeah, yeah,
So being able to see them two compete against each other
yeah,
at a high school game on that type of level
yeah,
in Madison, we
yeah,
actually had, everybody else said we had to go to the city
yeah,
to get those kind of games, but
yeah.
that was a great experience, bro. And I mean, just seeing Ashton grow with you, and just when I followed you guys, like that was just it was amazing to me, bro. So
Yeah.
like,
Like he opened up. I think people took me serious as a trainer when I started working with him. I think before then, you know, like nobody knew. I always knew when I really got into the training game. I was like, okay, when you had that guy in the city, everybody gonna mess with you. You know, look at Mark Ellis. You know, the OG. He had Ryan Harrow set the city on fire. The general Dez. You know, he had Jalen Brown. You know, he had Game Elite, the worldwide renegade. Like he had a lot of guys.
mhm,
Then Swain had Al Tariq.
yeah,
You know, then the College Sexton wave came. Nick
yeah,
Stapleton had him.
yeah,
So
Stapleton, yeah,
yeah, so
Stapleton. I remember Stapleton.
it was just like okay, if that next person come up, that when and Ashton was the next guy. So like as soon as I started training him, then everybody like, hey man, I'm seeing what you're doing with him. Like I want to get him with you. So like that's when you started to see like people started taking me serious at the time. And then that's when that social media and stuff started to pop off. So then that led to, me having the guys I got now, then being able to train Chuma,
Yeah,
with the Orlando Magic. And then, like even been able to work with Ants on, Justin, Justin the main guy. I've been knowing me and Justin like brothers. So just being able to see where Ant come from, you know, is
yeah,
crazy. So, God blessed me to be able to be around a lot of people and be able to try. And then now, got guys like, I mean, JD's and a lot.
man,
It's a lot of kids, man. Like, and that I've been able to touch, and there's more coming. So, I've been blessed to be around a lot of guys, and having so many guys in college, man, and just seeing, going to the games. Not, people say, man, you always somewhere, you always gone. But I gotta try to support people as much as I can. So it's a blessing, man. Honestly.
big fat, bro. And speaking of the people you have in college, like. How many guys are you training right now that are in college that you could just give a number close, even if it's not direct,
Probably about 16, maybe. Yeah, 16.
that are in college
that
right now,
that are in college right now.
and possibly how many more could be in college?
About 20. I mean, it just, but like I say though, Juke, like for real, it's man, like one thing I'm gonna say about Atlanta, bro, like, and not even Atlanta, just Georgia, because I think that I think like everywhere else, man, they disrespect like the places like Macon down there with wasting them at, and where you at, Hines, seeing Dave Mitchell them, down South Georgia, even North Georgia, bro, like. I think, bro, like we have just in the state of Georgia, even though I ain't from here, but I think we have some of the best skill developer guys in the country. I ain't got no animosity with anybody. Like, everybody do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
look at the people we churning out every year in the state of Georgia, bro. Like, that's going to the league and making impacts, that are going to college making impacts. Like, that's a testament to like what the basketball here. Of course, I have to, go home to my state. It's still, we had JD as a McDonald's All American, but trying to better the basketball there like it used to be when I played. So, man, it's been a blessing, man. Like, and then just to see your guys that you grew up, now they going to the NBA. That to me, being with kids so long, then having them had the opportunity to even get to the pinnacle, bro. Because only 4,000 people play in the league.
Yep, fat, bro.
So I mean, once you get one there, and what they do with that is on them. But at the same time, you want to get them there, and just to see. But not even that. Like you was asking about Ricky. It's funny. I saw Ricky last night at the live where I watched the game last night. Ricky's married now.
That's tough.
Good though, man. Like it brings tears to my eye because if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no me. So just to see him, a family man now he got a big time job. That's the big thing with this training thing. So it ain't just about the basketball; it's about life in general as well.
Fat, bro. Because we know like what we started it for, and then like everything that you said along the way from when you even from high school, coming from Selma, being with your family, going to Temple, coming back off of Temple, and then becoming a trainer. Like, bro, that's just a great thing in itself, man. And I'm just happy to have you on the show, bro. So, cause you so humble, like, and people you won't even really talk about it, bro. So, just to be able to share your story with people with from somebody that I respect 110%, and somebody that I could just call and just talk to, you know what I'm saying? Not even about basketball, but life in general. Just so for
Yeah.
me, bro, I want to say thank you for just giving me this opportunity to
Bro,
even
listen,
tell your story.
it ain't even like that, like, I done called you like, hey Juke, you gotta take that down, bro. Hey Juke, you gotta like just talking out just, just real stuff,
Yeah, bro.
I call check on you, see how you doing,
Yeah.
call check. And man, like it's just about bettering basketball, bettering kids, cause this generation, man, like they gonna be the next ones to take on you know, the torch of what we doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I think people don't look at that. Like everybody's so focused on, you know, and I think a lot of it is everybody focused on themselves. Like, hey, this is my guy. I got this guy. I got this guy. Instead of man just saying like, hey man, like listen, we trying to help everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no animosity between me and you. You
Mhm.
do you, I do me. I congratulate you. You congratulate me. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's not about us as the coaches, the trainers. It's about the kids at the end of the day.
Fat bit, bro. Fat, bro. Facts on that, man. Hey, I can't even say nothing else on that note right there, man. But Raw, again, man, thank you for coming on the show, bro. Like, appreciate what you do, man. And I got a kid that I really think you should meet, man. Even if y'all, I don't know if y'all know met, but I think y'all should get in the lab together, man. Jamil Ryder. I got Jamil coming up
Oh
after
yeah,
you.
yeah. That, I know Jameer because of KD. So every time I see Mill, and I know he work with my boy Chris Camardi. So we be around, and man, I just gotta give a shout out before I go to my
Go
boy.
ahead, bro.
I think sometimes, man, I look at it this way. I've been doing a lot of stuff by myself for the longest. So I was just like, hey man, why would I not link with my brother, Daryl Hard? We do ghost work. So this past January we announced a merger together, me and him.
Yeah.
So it's still called Rob, but at the end of the day, my boy Daryl down in Orlando, he got Nazir Little, Rondo Segu, and Kai Jones, who finna be a first pick. So, and a lot of guys is down there. So I feel like he's a good guy just like me, man. You know what I'm saying? Humble, family man. So we just trying to, do more for the basketball community. No disrespect, but man, like a lot of us as black, as African American men, we don't work together. We always being separate, doing our own thing, but I think two is better than one. So just gotta shout out my bro, just let him know, that we out here for the basketball community, man. So But yeah, bro. Like I appreciate you even having me on, dog. You know, I even hit you like, bro, when you gonna get me on the show? But
Yeah, bro.
you
So
know, no.
hey, I was excited about doing Raw. I couldn't find a lot of fun facts, but I knew that if I asked questions, I knew you were gonna give me some gems anyway. So
Yeah. But yeah, man.
again, bro,
Appreciate
appreciate
you.
you,
Yeah,
man.
100, dog. You already know. You my dog 4L. So you know you need me, man. You know, I'm right there, one call away.
Man, say less, bro. Let's keep going, man. Appreciate you. Hey, and I have I see the clips of everything tonight too, bro. So I appreciate you.
For sure. Tell my boy DJ I said what's up.
Man, I got you, bro.
All right.
But man, you gotta appreciate the people that love you just as much as you love them, man. So again, shout out to Coach Rob and everything he do, man. Humble pie, bro. When you meet a lot of humble guys, you have no choice but to be humble too, man. And just being around him and Jared, those guys keep me as humble as ever. So salute to them, man. And I gotta get my last person on, man. Jamil, what's happening?
What's
I
going on?
don't know it, man. I don't know it. Hey, I got Jamil is on the beach right now, y'all. So if we see some sand being thrown in the air, we already know what's going on. He on vacation, man. What's up with you though?
Nothing much, chilling. Like you
Man,
said,
that
on a
what's
little
up, bro?
vacation.
Yeah, hey, you gotta enjoy yourself some kind of way, man, with your feet in the sand.
A little bit, a little bit.
Where your pops at?
He right here. He's sitting right
Man, tell him what's up, man. Team Honcho, man.
here.
Hey, Team Honcho, man. But like, bro, for people that don't know, man, just give a little rundown about who Jamil Rideout is.
um, so of course my name is Jamil Rideout. I'm a junior. I go to Berkmar High School. Played this past year in the state championship. Was first team all region. Right now currently A season playing with Team Huncho. Um, played with them. Um, of course from Philadelphia originally. I got four siblings, five of us in total. I live with both my parents. Um, trying to think some
Nah,
more
nah,
stuff.
nah, nah, nah. Don't think no more. Just keep it out there, cause you already got some of my gems already out. I got to scratch some stuff out already. I had
Uh,
I had the Philly part. I did have the Philly part on there. And you the oldest of five, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. And what people don't know is that you have a 4.2 GPA also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna come back to those in a minute. But like man, just being able to be like one of the top kids in the state for basketball in your class or overall class, like bro, how is that? How does that like compare to what you have to do on the court every day?
Um, of course, it definitely motivates me to work harder every day. I try not to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Like as long as I feel myself getting better and working towards the goals where I want to be, I really don't pay attention to all that kind of stuff. But it's definitely it almost puts. I already got a chip on my shoulder, but it even motivates me even more playing with some of those guys, and we all trying to make it to the next level, and just competing and trying to be better than those guys and seeing them every weekend and playing with them daily. It's just motivating.
Yeah, man, that's cool because like man, like for me, I've been following you for a while, like, and your pops, like, he treats me like fam, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, like, I can honestly say, like, I've been doing this for a while, but you probably been one of the most consistent kids that I watched this season, bro. Like
Mhm.
in everything that's been going on, like from last year to when you came on the scene, like in July.
Right.
Um, I knew about you from watching high school tape and just film, but from the time you came into July, like you've been wide open from the season to the state championship game, back to the showcases, and now back to AAU, and you're still doing the same stuff that you were doing in July. And for me, when I see kids do that, that reminds me of a Wasey, of a DJ Wright, or Ashton Hagens, or kids that continues to be great every single time they get on the floor. And I'm seeing that in you. So for me, it's just a blessing to be able to share the opportunities with coaches, to share what share everything about you,
Mhm.
and playing with a chip on your shoulder. Like I feel like I feel like I should wear every chip for every kid that I help out because every kid has a chip on their shoulder. Like for me, and not just because you're on the show, I think you're one of the top guards in the state.
Mhm.
So, but for me, I can say that all day. And some kids, people say it about they don't have the tape to back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Jamil, you actually have the tape to back it up. So like the one thing that I can say is like through everything that we going through like the transfers and people not knowing what's the next step. Like even they say even for 22s it might be hard, bro. But for you, I just want you to understand that if you continue to do what you're doing and continue to work, continue to get better, all the opportunity they're gonna kick down your door. You ain't gonna have to kick down theirs. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
just continue to work. But like um playing with Team Hunter, man, like how is that? Like just because it's a lot of dogs on that team.
Definitely. It's definitely it's definitely been a fun experience playing with. I don't know. I don't think besides playing with that Berkmar team, I don't think I played with a group of guys that talented. Everybody on the team is crazy, work hard, um, crazy talented. It's like a family. They treat you guys treat each other real nice. It's fun playing on the court with them. It's always a highlight on the court. And then you got guys like Quavo and also and all those guys who are supporting you too, coming to the games, checking up on us. It's definitely something to be a part of. I like the situation over there.
Man, that's love, bro. That's real love. You got to understand that. And speaking of highlights, no, I have to pull up on something. So let me grab this highlight right quick. See what I got. I got to show you some love, bro. Gotta show you some love. Yes, sir. And my boy made ball his life too. So let's not even act like we don't know what's going on. Let's go. When you see the fire in the kid, that's when you know something. That's when you know how good he's going to be. When you see the fire in him, man. Hey, they gotta understand what's going on, Jamil. And it's easy. People people don't even understand like just just how athletic you are, and it'll sneak up on them. So,
Right.
Buddy figured out like, no, I didn't know he was that athletic. I already knew what was going on, man. So like, when you got that dog mentality in you, people got to see it, and that's one of your dog moments, bro. Like that, and I think you had like 7 or 8 threes, like back during the season, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in one
Yeah.
game. So I don't forget too much now, especially with somebody that that I've seen play or that I help or just really like their game, bro. So I can actually say that. But there's one thing that I want to bring up too. Like man, I know you lost the state championship game,
Mhm.
but the next day you didn't sit at home. You didn't mope about it. Like, bro, you came back the next day and played in a showcase. Like, coming off of that, like, what was your mentality that next morning coming out?
I'm definitely. It was definitely to help me take my mind off of it, but also just put me in a mindset. It really just kill everything every time I step on the court. It was already kind of my mindset, but after losing that state championship game, it had a bigger meaning to me and deeper effect on me. So when I got on the court that next day, I just wanted to release some of the emotions I was feeling and just go out there and play and have fun with something that I love.
Man, y'all did that. Y'all had fun and y'all put on the show. I enjoyed that. I enjoy seeing that. Especially you, JC, and Big Tony. Big Tony, I like Big Tony a lot too, man.
Yeah,
Big Tony's gonna be pretty tough, bro. And also your teammate from Berkmore.
Destin.
Yeah, man, he was funny. He's a funny dude, bro. He's funny, but he's going to be a problem too. He comes back next season too, right?
Yes, sir.
So who are y'all losing from the Baltimore State Championship team?
We're losing. I don't know. You know, Dara Alonde.
Hmm.
He
I
was our
remember
big.
seeing him.
Yeah, he was our four man, and then we're losing five seniors in total, but really only three of them played. J. Ron Ford, it was a guard that we had, and then Jalen Harris, he was like a 2/3 that we had, a wing.
So what's the big kid name? The one that plays at Huncho? He comes back.
Malik, yes, Malik come back.
Oh, bro, I thought Malik was 21.
Now me, Jamari Hill, Fat, he comes back. Destin comes back, and Malik comes back.
That's
So,
crazy.
yes, sir.
And if anybody seen Burkmore play this season, and knowing that these kids are coming back to play again next season, it's going to be a fun season. Like, and speaking of Burkmore, like I know, like you didn't actually start off at Burkmore, but do you know the history of Burkmore basketball?
Not too deeply.
Hey, listen, I know you probably like you're gonna ask me how I know, but when you go back to school, right after you come out of spring break,
Uh-huh.
I want you to look at some of the stuff at Burtmore, and it should be something about Tony Atkins. Tony Atkins is somewhere around Burtmore, a picture or a trophy or something. He went to Georgia Tech, and they had another dude named Wayne Arnold.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they ever talk about Wayne Arnold, but he won like Mr. Basketball for 2002. But they actually helped Burtmore win 2 state championships, doing it from back to back. So, like, I remember that kind of stuff because we used to have to read magazines about high school kids in Georgia. So, like, just where you're at, bro, like, regardless whether you win it or not, you're actually adding to basketball tradition. You know what I'm saying? Even
Mhm.
when you might not even know it, but you're adding to the tradition of basketball, man. And like, bro, just continue to work the way you're working, man, because it's showing. And what I always say, that work gonna show, right?
Right.
So I mean, you really putting in a lot of work, man, and like I'm super proud of that. I'm just happy to be able to take that ride with you, man. And like, bro, one thing about it, like your pops, man, great dude, bro. Because I wouldn't know about Jamil if it wasn't for your pops and just us having great conversations with each other, bro. And I can hit your pops up and just talk about not just you, but just about life, basketball, or he's even invited me to the cookouts, and I tell him I got him. I got him on the nets. I promise him I got him, man. So like, just having him around, boy. Like, how big of an impact is that for you?
Definitely. He's been with me through like every step of the way, through everything that I've done. I'm super blessed to have him in my life, and he's like he's probably made the biggest impact in my life. Of course, he introduced me to sports, basketball, football, everything. He's taken care of me and my family for as long as I can remember. And I'm forever grateful and thankful for that. And hopefully one day I can repay him.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's don't show everybody your dad. He might be crying over there on the crowd side. So don't let nobody see him over there. Um, but like overall, man, like I'm proud of you, bro. Like I'm proud of this journey right now. But before we go, I have to get my fun facts out.
I
I,
got you.
I have to let people know about my fun facts, and I have a question that I want to see. I want to hear your answer too. But I know you told us you were born in Philadelphia, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, you're a military brat too.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now your pops was in the military. I forgot what branch. What branch was Ride out in? Big Ride
He,
out.
he was in the army.
Okay. Big Army, big set. Yeah, I forgot. He did say that because I was in the guard, so he did tell me that. I had to remember. And man, your GPA is a 4.2.
Yes, sir.
And one thing that I'm big on is being a student first. You know what I'm saying? So like major salute to you to keep that at a 4.2 because not only bro you having that GPA and being as smart as you are is gonna open the door for greater opportunities in life. All right, just know that because beyond basketball is a whole nother for you. So continue to strive in the classroom, definitely on that. I know you're surprised that I know that. I got that information. But I was told that you are better at football than you are basketball.
Yeah, I was. I haven't
So
I haven't picked up I haven't played football like under a whistle and a uniform for a while, but I was really good at football.
what position you played?
Wide receiver and DB.
I figured that. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. I'll go for this. Like with your length and your height at cornerback, you could probably play power five for somebody.
Right.
And your athleticism, like for real, for real. I can go for that. I can go for that for real, for real.
Hmm.
And like last question, man. I know you played a lot of basketball, but give me three guys that you you think are underrated, like that you haven't really played with or anything. Like, give me three guys that you haven't played with that you think are underrated.
Sheesh.
Maybe played against.
Um, trying to think.
And I'll make it easier for you. You can give me two guys you played with on AAU or played with like just in a setting that even pickup ball. But I just want three. Maybe those three that you named could be featured on the underrated gems with Coach Juke. How about that? Let's work. Let's do that.
I got you. All right, so I'm gonna definitely give a shout out to one, Jaquez Thornton.
Yeah, like oh man, listen. Jaquez played against my cousin from Lincoln,
Uh huh.
and I think that's him because it's two of them. But I think it was him. He put up like 30.
Yeah, him and Jacoby.
Yeah. Okay.
But Jaquez definitely a dog. Definitely underrated. I already know he come for a lot of people's heads this summer and next school year, but I definitely think he's really good and and pretty underrated.
Jaquez,
And he got his first offer today from Voorhees College.
man, listen. Hey, if hey coaches that are in Voorhees' region right now, they might want to get out of it because Coach Huff is doing great things down there at Voorhees. And if I'm not, I think they just won like the conference down there or something.
I think
Maybe
they.
I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I think they did. But if not, just know that Coach Huff is having doing great things, and it's crazy because we just got done talking about the assistant coach with Rob. So that's crazy that he deserves that. And who the other two that you have?
All right, so another one I play with Thomas Allard. People are starting to kind of realize how good Thomas is, but I think he does so many things that people don't pay attention to, like moving without the ball, how hard he works on defense. He tries to talk and be a leader as much as possible. And, he shoots the ball at 6'6", all
Man,
that length.
love him. He's a juke gem. He's an underrated juke gem too.
Uh-huh.
Like you say, 6'6", can shoot the ball. But one thing about Thomas is that he plays with a little flair. He
Yep.
plays like a dog, like he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yep.
So he's another one and one more. What you got?
Um, I think I'm gonna give it to Gaddis Heath over at Westlake.
Gaddis. Yep. Gaddis. Love
Gaddis,
Gaddis.
6'4", shooting guard. Uh, as like I got to know him through time, he's definitely got way better from when I first met him. But he's one of the guys who's always working and in the gym, trying to get better. Crazy athletic, learning how to shoot the ball. Mid range shot is pretty good. He's shooting a three ball now and everything. He's definitely gonna be one of those guys that blow up pretty soon.
Man, hey, you named two out of the three guys I've already featured on underrated gems. As crazy as that is, but I promise you that I'm gonna put it out about Jaquez. I will make sure because I'm already planning on doing one, and I just wrote it down. So like for you, and I was gonna do one with him in it anyway, but that just lets me know that I'm on the right track. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can truly appreciate that right out. But bro, like one more question: when a coach attempts to recruit Jamil Rideout, what kind of player is he recruiting?
Um, so I would say definitely recruiting a player that I'll come to a school and do whatever is needed to be done. A leader. I work hard. Play defense. That's one of the biggest things. One of the biggest things I try to focus on. I'm gonna play defense on whoever the other team's best guard, best player, whatever needs to be. I'm gonna make plays for other guys. Find my teammates, get open, and score if needed to. But just somebody who's all the way 100% bought into whatever the coach needs me to get done.
Man, hey, you can't say more like that. That's all you need to say, man. And as a basketball coach myself, I love that. So I'm pretty sure any coach will love to hear that themselves, bro. But like, man, again, right out. Like, I appreciate you being on the show, bro. Like, I know you guys on vacation, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna keep you long. And I know I probably kept you like 10 or 15, but man, I appreciate you, bro. Like, keep working and keep working and keep working, man. Don't stop working, bro. Keep working,
I
man.
appreciate you as well.
Man, all love, bro. Tell your pops, man. I talk to him. I shoot him a text after I get done, and like, bro, keep working, and I'll see you soon. You know we're gonna run up on each other at a showcase at the event soon.
Hmm. Definitely.
Man, all right, be safe on the trip, bro.
I appreciate you.
Bet. Well, that's the end, man. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that came through and were guests on the show, man. It's all love. I gotta figure out how I can get the comments to come from Twitter. I mean from YouTube too. But I got everybody. Again, man, appreciate the love. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the brand. Um, we're gonna keep going. Got a great show coming next Tuesday. I can't wait to let everybody see it, man. You're gonna. I ain't gonna say you're gonna be surprised, but you're gonna love it. We're gonna take it to a whole nother level, to a whole nother different side. So let's get to work, man. But remember that work gonna show. I appreciate everybody. Love, love.